Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and share. And my dear wife loves pesto, and she loves pesto with pasta. She told me recently she was hungry for some pasta with pesto. She asked me whether I could make a pesto pasta dish for dinner. And I told her, why not? My fast cooking system will allow me to make anything. And I thought about it. This is what my fast cooking system designed for. If you are not familiar with my fast cooking system, the word fast stands for flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. And with template-based cooking, I should be able to modify my templates to adopt different cooking situations. So when I was out shopping last weekend, I decided I'm going to get the ingredients to make pesto pasta. First of all, I found some feta cheese. My wife loves cheese. She loves almost any kind of cheese. I know this feta cheese will go very well with her. And then I found some pesto. Now, I know I probably could have made my own pesto, but since I'm trying this out, I might as well get something that are already prepared. And next, I found some green olives at the store. I think that would be a great addition to the pesto pasta. Since I have never made this dish before, I decided I'm going to look it up and see how other people do it. And it turned out to be really simple. All you have to do is mix it with olive oil, the noodles, and then with the pesto. You can mix it with some kind of cheese such as Parmesan, and in this case I have feta cheese, or you can just put it on the top. Well, I thought it is simple enough, and I'm going to give it a try. And I think it is a great dish. If you are new to using the wok, you can see other functions of the wok. The way how the wok look right now, because I just used the wok to cook some salmon, which is a dish that I'm going to use it to go with the pesto pasta. So right here, let me pause the video for a few seconds and tell you a little bit about my criteria when I'm going to season the wok or not. Every time when I start a new cooking session, I always season the wok with my spot seasoning method. This seasoning method will create a non-stick cooked surface. So in this case, I season the wok first because I'm going to cook some salmon in the wok. In this dish, when I cook the salmon, I cook it with some mushroom as well as some tomatoes. But I never add any water to the wok. So in this first cooking session, all I use is oil. And as long as I do not add any water, the wok will remain seasoned. So as long as I don't think the flavor of the first dish will clash with the second dish that I'm going to cook, I will keep cooking. And in this case, I do not have to re-season the wok. However, if I have to clean the wok in the sink first, then I will re-season the wok before I start the next cooking session. Because washing the wok will remove the seasonings. And the noodles that I use in this dish have already been prepped in advance several days ago. I'm going to add the noodles to the wok. Now this dish is a combination of my regular chow mein noodles. I'm using the same basic template with one of the key modification is that I'm going to pan fry this noodle only very lightly as compared to I would make my regular chow mein. I spread out the noodles on the surface of the wok, use my tongs. And this is one advantage of this Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok, which I really like because it has a relatively large flat surface area, allow me to use it almost like a small frying pan. I really enjoy using this wok because it can carry out multiple cooking functions. This wok is able to fulfill 90% of all my cooking needs in the kitchen. In fact, I have got rid of most of my other cooking utensils. Next, I add about half cup of green olive that I have cut in half. Both my wife and I loved olives, so this is a very good choice. So far in cooking these pasta noodles, I follow the basic guidelines of the template for making chow mein. I'm going to let the noodles be fried for about 60 seconds to create a slight crispy texture. However, in this case, I do not want them to be fried as much as when I make chow mein, which I will create a more crispy texture. I add approximately 2 tablespoons of pesto to start out and see whether this is the kind of taste that I would like. And by this time, I turn the heat off because I do not want to overcook the pasta noodles. I use my tongs to mix the pasta with the pesto. And the wok worked perfectly for this purpose because it has a lot of space for me to move everything around inside the wok. I was able to toss the noodles in any form and shape I would like without worrying about them being spilled onto the top of the stove. So far, I actually have switched the method of cooking this dish from a chow mein into a lo mein. A lo mein typically is to mix the noodles with the sauce. Okay, I think this is pretty much done. I'm going to do a taste test and see how they taste like. After the taste test, I decided I'm going to add another tablespoon of pesto and followed by some olive oil. So this is a good example of flavor chasing. I continue to make adjustment to the flavor as I cook to find the exact flavor that I am looking for. This dish demonstrates the essence of my fast cooking system. With template-based cooking, I do not need a recipe to cook this dish. And with advanced prepping, I already have the noodles on hand, so it makes cooking this dish very fast. And with stir frying, I'm able to cook this dish in the wok with both efficiency and convenience. And last but not the least, with flavor chasing, I continue to make adjustments to this dish until I find the flavor that I like. Having the pasta noodles already ready to be used in the refrigerator is a tremendous advantage. I usually boil 2 pounds of pasta noodles in the wok. And the wok turns out to be perfect for boiling pasta noodles. And then I store them in the plastic container in the refrigerator and they will last up to 10 days. I will use the pasta noodle in making spaghetti dishes, such as this pasta dish. But the pasta noodles turn out to be great for chow mein, either the regular chow mein or the chow mein that is pan-fried. And they turn out as good as any Asian noodles that I have used in the past to make chow mein. I also use these pasta noodles to make lo mein. They also turn out really well. And to me, this is the beauty of the fast cooking system. When you have advanced prepping and when you use template-based cooking and flavor chasing, you can cook almost anything you would like without the use of recipes. This definitely makes home cooking more fun and spontaneous, and this is why it is sustainable. Last but not the least, I'm going to garnish the pasta noodles with some feta cheese. As I have mentioned before, that my wife loves feta cheese, and this makes her very happy. And the dish turned out great, much better than I expected. I'm normally not particularly fond of feta cheese, but somehow the combination with the pesto turned out to be perfect. This dish definitely is going to be a keeper, and I can see that I will be making this dish pretty soon in the near future. And if I don't remember, I'm sure my wife will remind me. Cooking is such a social activity. I'm really happy that I'm able to make some dish that my wife really enjoy. I post a video each day about my fast cooking system to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routines. If you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.